Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking this morning from Richmond Green Chambers, and I'm looking at a book from Law Society Publishing, which is the bread and butter, if you like, of the work in the county court. It's this book here, Mortgage Possession Proceedings. It's got a CD, it's part of the Legal Handbooks series, and it's written by Timothy Powell. The book's actually not a particularly heavy one. It's got a very useful index of contents listed on the back. It runs to something approaching 350 pages. There's the CD, there's the nice notes for the index. Then you've got a load of appendices, which are very important on this one. You can see they run through to 5 main appendices. Then you've got the various chapter headings, which in this case are done by paragraph numbering, which I think is extremely helpful. What you've also got at the front, of course, is a nice summary of the various contents, including that information there, and you've got a preface as well from Mr. Powell. This book is very important. It's the first time I've seen a book of this nature, which is an easy, very quick guide for the sort of work we do in the county court, both as barristers and solicitors. What I've given it the title of is Defending a Possession Action Claim. Here's an accessible guide to all aspects of mortgage possession proceedings. Those are both dealing with banks and private tenants and so forth. It's brand new from the Law Society with the CD. What we say about this book is the following. Your home is at risk, etc., etc., if you do not keep up the payments on your mortgage. This stern message, all variations of it, is on the bottom of just about every bit of marketing literature imaginable from the mortgage lending companies, who of course are the main people involved in this area, although don't forget the private tenants as well and the private landlords. Every mortgage holder has surely read it, but it is also a sad certainty that many homeowners have ended up homeless or have faced the inevitability of homelessness because for whatever reason they cannot meet their mortgage commitments. Obviously we're talking here about the main banks being the lenders, but there are of course other people. So if you're a legal advisor assisting clients in this situation, you need to know about this book. Quite often, as a result of just a couple of missed payments, your client faces the prospect not of debtor's prison as in Victorian times, chronicled by Dickens, but the equally unpleasant threat of homelessness, which is always hanging over you like the sword of Damocles. This clearly written and accessible book, in our view, will help because it assists you in defending your client against the mortgage possession claims. Now, I've done many of these cases, and there are occasions where you can defer the application for a possession order, even though it's suspended. And there are useful tips on how you can go about it, because there's a lot of information that's actually out there that many people don't know anything about. Of course, many of the defendants in these cases are absolutely terrified. Now, Mr. Powell brings 30 years experience in defending mortgage possession proceedings, basically from Lambeth County Court, one of the country's busiest courts. And he says, although the law of mortgage is complex, the practice of defending mortgage possession claims is relatively straightforward because quite often it's about negotiation. One of the biggest problems I've had is the failure by the financial institutions to talk until the very last moment because they want to get their greedy little hands on the property and then sell it at 75% of its real worth. Those are the sort of problems that we really have to face as practice. So all aspects of mortgage possession proceedings are explained, and I think that's useful because it's a wider picture than just, say, the banks and the building societies. What we have got here is the mortgage rescue scheme, the mortgage pre-action protocol, and the mortgage pre-action protocol checklist, all of which I think are extremely useful dealing with aspects of what you may have entered into. There are the 8 appendices as well, which I think are great value together with the CD-ROM, which gives you the customized documentation, which again will save you a great deal of time. It's not an expensive book, but it's well worth having. So let me sum up by saying, as you would expect, there are extensive tables of cases, statutes and so forth to help you with your further research, but I think this is a gem of a book because it's what we actually need to deal very quickly with what are quite often a very large number of cases listed in the county courts at any given time on these mortgage possession proceedings applications. So it's well worth knowing about this book, and I'm really pleased that Law Society Publishing have produced it with Mr. Powell. So thank you to all the people concerned. Bye bye.